Hi, this is Danny Sawaya with Tucson Strength, and I wanted to just touch base really quickly on the difference between high bar and low bar squats. A lot of people ask me which is better. That's really going to be based on what your goals are, your body type, your limb lengths, and mobility. So we could make this a 20-minute video. I'm going to try and get as much done in the next couple minutes here. So basically, people who do a low bar position have to have decent shoulder mobility, because you're going to have to get underneath that bar, and the bar is going to sit on top of your rear delts. So little bumps on the back of your shoulders. And so the bar is going to be sitting down there, so you're going to need to be able to open up your chest a little bit more. The benefit of this is that you're able to sit back. So if you have very tight calves or tight ankles, your squat is going to be sitting back more, which is going to allow for the bar to stay over your midfoot. High bar, the bar is going to be sitting on top of your traps and going to allow for more vertical up and down motion. But you have to have good ankle mobility because your knees will come forward more with a high bar position. So it's really going to be individualized with each person based on what they're looking for. Some people really want to do a high bar, but their limb lengths won't allow it, and every time they go to shoot their hips back, they tilt too far forward. So there's a lot that goes into this. I'd suggest if you have trouble figuring this out, get with a good qualified coach to look at you. But we're going to show the difference. So I'm going to have Steve here go over and we're going to do a high bar position, and he's going to have this in the meat of his traps. Okay, he's going to have his abs tight, his lower back flat. He's going to unrack it. Notice his hands are in, his wrists are pretty straight, and he's able to stay very tight here. As he squats up and down, go for it, Steve. Up. Good. Again. And up. He's pretty straight up and down with this, with the bar on his traps. And he's able to go down below parallel nicely. Rack it. As he does low bar position is going to be a little bit different for him. And he is going to now be way low. Okay, come on up and just stand up. And you can see his rear deltoids here. And that bar is sitting, he's making a shelf with his rear delts. He's going to take a step back. A lot of times with this stance too, people can tend to go a lot wider with their feet. And if you look at his motion now, go for it. He is going to really be sitting back or up. And if you look at his ankles are not having to move, his knees are straight up and down right over his ankles. And pause at the bottom of this one. And if you look now, the bar is still over Steve's midfoot, but he has a much bigger angle, and he's able to sit back into his glutes a lot more and come up. And rack it. So it's really going to be important. One thing I will say is low bar tends to put a little bit more stress on your wrists than high bar, because you're changing the position. Your wrists have to brunt a lot more of the force. Some people think low bar is superior for powerlifting. Again, it's really how you're built. So there's some really amazingly strong powerlifters that do high bar. If you're an Olympic lifter, then you pretty much don't have a lot of business doing low bar. You're going to be doing high bar, since that position is going to carry over to your sport a lot more. For general strength and conditioning, though, you're going to have to just figure out which is most optimal for you, which one is going to allow you to lift weight safely without pain, and is going to really optimize everything from your limb lengths to the bar position and getting through any of your mobility issues you may have. But that's just a good demonstration of the differences between the two. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and we're more than happy to help you or guide you in the right direction.